Hi guys, it's Mark from Cigarette 16 in France. Today we have something crazy here. We have get here from the owner from the Reminator. You know, here I have a Reminator. This car is here. You know, the garage. You know, we are brushless freaks and this thing gonna run 2 brushless setups. I gonna take 2 setups I use just twice from the setup I use in the Losi 5T to get 65 km an hour of a runtime from 20-25 minutes. We're gonna make here that one because it's 14 kilograms with 2 from the setup, so we're gonna reach the same performance than the Losi 5T soft version because the owner not want to drive this thing hard. It's not to make big jumps or something, it's just for seat drive cool with real monster truck action. That means really unstoppy and small jumps and all that thing. This guy is crazy about monster trucks, and that's also why he sent me that crazy little beast. Freestyle RT Pro C chassis. This chassis, not like a scale truck, use cantilever for the suspension. You not look like a real monster truck because you not have the small shocks on the axle, but if you look at the most from the monster truck you get on the market, it's always the same. We get now a new Losi LMT monster truck, scale looking, but only 4 shocks and 4 big shocks and hard shocks to let the monster truck drive cool and can jump something, because if you make a sweet setup that the monster truck looks nice to drive like a wheel, he not can handle many times the big jumps because we not have in RC the nice shocks they have in one scale. It's not possible, and if it was possible you will pay way too much money for the shocks. This system permits you to drive the monster truck like a wheel with the suspension reaction. The only thing you miss is the real looking stuff from the 8 or 12 shocks per axles. But I have a little idea about that. First we're gonna show you the center gearbox, full CNC machines, 6061 alloy. You have carbon chassis plate 5 mm here. You have made for themselves also the 4 suspension links using Traxxas ball ends. Might be you can change it with the reinforced shock ball ends from Traxxas, because this one gonna maybe break fast. And that transmission you can put 2, 3 or 4 setup. It's full made on steel. You have a 2-stage reduction, a small motor pinion, a big main gear, hook it on a little gear, go back on a bigger main gear. That means 2-stage transmission reduction, and also the reduction that you have finally in the differential and the diff case. Maybe because of the weight from the car, a small 3670 can motor with about 2000 kV force will be okay with the 4 kilograms. But problem is after that the size from the battery in the truck. You have a small chassis, you have the shocks laying in lines, so here you have the gearbox with the motor on, so you not have many room for the LiPo. So maybe you're gonna run short T2S battery only, will be okay. It's a monster truck for monster truck action, so you drive. I'm gonna drive it in a small area like a real one with just some stunts to do. And these are the axles, really beefy alloy, 3D printed front cap. Maybe you're gonna tell, oh, that will be weak, but it's not an issue. This is done for put in Traxxas Emax diff case, the whole diff case in the axle. Looking how nice that thing is done, I'm maybe gonna take the alloy diff case and the reinforced hot racing transmission bevel gear and main gear. Here you can put Traxxas CVD, and in the center it's also think it's for Traxxas CVD. I had the same reaction that you now. What? Traxxas CVD in that awesome looking little beast? Yes, but one good point for this is if you go too hard you will break just only CVD. It's easy to repair, it's not so high in cost than destroy something on a truck. So I understand that, but maybe because I want to drive cool with that stuff, I'm gonna take some hot racing axles for Emax on the CVD. I already have it there. Come here. So there it is. I'm gonna check if it fits the axle, because the problem is you have to use the plastic one and cut it out to have the right length, and with the steel hot racing CVD it will be harder to cut it out. So I will check. First we maybe gonna drive with the full plastic CVDs, look what happens, if it break or not, what it hold or not. You have to put your own bearing in the truck, that's absolutely normal. You own ESC, motor, servos. You can run 2 servos. You can put here a rear steering on the truck because the 2 axles are the same. I gonna put in the front a servo saver, just only in the front, because if you have a rear servo you don't need much front turning, so it's not an issue if the front steering is a little bit weak. What you need is a strong rear servo. I'm gonna set it up to maybe 20-30% in rear, 100% turn ratio in the front, because if you go 100 and 100 the truck just only turns from the back, and I don't like that, it's too much. So I'm gonna reduce the rear steering angle to the front. Important is to have a good servo here, to not have too much play in the axle, because you don't kinda drive 40-50 km an hour in a straight line with something who moves in the rear. That's why also I don't use a servo saver in the rear. Also the mast from the impact will go to the front wheels, but that's all something I go check when I drive. Maybe I'm gonna begin with 2 servo saver and all the plastic CVD to not hit too much too hard the truck. The cantilever also made for Traxxas shocks. You can use the Revo shocks in there. I just have to check out with the length if it's okay, because maybe with the right height, maybe something there with the right height, yeah, maybe I'm gonna look cool. In any case, if it's not okay, I just gonna put the rubber buffer in the shock, so I will decrease the shock length or use some other shocks. But I want to use that because I already has the alloy shock caps and alloy spring caps. That's also stuff subscribers send to me because they not use it, so I have 4 shocks for free. I have the alloy stuff for free. I have become, this is a gift from the owner from the Reminator for the garage, so this is for free. I get this for free. I have also cool looking Proline wheels, but this truck is fitted with bolted wheels because of the weight and the toughness from the axles. I just maybe gonna put it on for the grid looking from that wheels. I get all Kyosho tires, chevron tires. I love this chevron tires, so I would put this on the truck to see what happens. I'm gonna drive it first maybe with 2S, with a small motor, not too much power, not brushless, but easy. And for sure, for the drives, I'm gonna put an unbreakable Alsatian body on the truck. This is a Hobau Hyper Empty Sport body, who's way too small for the Hobau stock car, but with that one, maybe gonna look great. I also get the original one, who has a super nice paint job, but I only want to reveal that when I have finished the truck. So I want to make a show truck, and then for drive maybe I'm gonna take some 4VD wheels and tires, and the unbreakable body for drive, sorry, and this will maybe go just for showroom. I will use 2 Jeep servos. All is black here, so I'm gonna take some black servos, 45 kilogram servos. It's a little bit overkill, but I like that. For such a price from a truck when it's finished. We don't play in the kids room here. This is a chassis about $500. Then you have to put all the, if I take the hot racing upgrade for the Traxxas Max bulkheads to put in there, then I need all the CVDs. If it fits, I will fit the hot racing CVDs. So I also gonna go to a nice motor, Castle Monster X 2400 kV 3670 can, maybe something like that with an Mamba X ESC or hobby ring system, so I get a black one, so all will be black. Could be easy, could be nice to done it all black and white. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna do something that style. For put this wheel on, it's not an issue. We have 12mm hex. You can put on the axle 40mm, 70mm. If you use the 70mm wheel hex from the Max or from the Savage Flux, or the original one to bolt here, the RC4VD. But this is not something you're gonna see fast, because first I have to finish the laminator. I have to ask with a CNC machine man who can do the motor mount for me. Then we're gonna test different setups, and then we're gonna show you. I have also a Tamiya King Howler to do. I have for an artsy club who drives with kids. They will go to the Tamiya European Cup, and they have by the Tamiya TT01, who is alloyed for that Porsche Tamiya European Cup. We will equip it, we will make the paint job, and we go drive with all that guys on this European Cup. I have the EMB TLC Racing truggy to mount. I have a monster truck to do. I have XB Arma to mount. I have also here this awesome looking BMT on-road car. This is a rally size 330mm. It's belt drive. It's done for nitro, but you know, I'm gonna put this as brushless setup. Also, we have the UFRC Growler. I have so many stuff to do. Maybe that's gonna happen only 2022. I hope not, but we are just here in January 2021. But the whole year is already set up with stuff to do, stuff to upgrade, stuff to repair, stuff to customize, new projects. I have some crazy idea for videos and all the stuff. I also have here to make this garage bigger. I have not much room, and it's not so easy by us in France, like by you in USA, to get a bigger house or a bigger depot to put all this in. And if I go bigger, maybe I had to do myself a shop, because it's more and more crazy here. Bye guys, have a nice day. Thank all you who support the garage. You see, I have all that stuff. I can build this whole truck for free, and that's absolutely crazy. Bye guys.